All right, everybody. This is the first part of the series of the See, Hear, Feel Spaciousness technique. And we're going to start out today with just the See spaciousness. We'll be working with the external and internal components of See and the spatial qualities of that and try and tap into that as much as we can. But there's a little method to the madness. So we'll get started in the guided meditation. You follow along, do your best. As always, give yourself some grace and some love, and come back if you need to practice more or learn or understand a little more. It's all good. See you over there. All right, then let's get started with See spaciousness. And with that, I invite you to stretch up, settle in. Of course, it always helps take a deep breath in and out as you do that. So feel free to do that once or two more times just to settle into your posture. As usual, it's always best if you can sit upright, keeps us alert and awake. But if that's not your jam today, that's fine. You just do the best you can, listen and follow along the best you can, and just remind yourself you're doing great, even when it doesn't feel like it. So let's go ahead, and since we're working with C space, I know I closed my eyes, but let's work with our eyes open. And for the rest of this, I would invite you to just use the sound of my voice as your prompt and no longer necessarily the video or the screen in front of you. So what I want you to do is to go ahead and maybe just spin away from the screen and settle on something off in the distance. Something maybe in front of you, but off in the distance. And it's okay if there's maybe just random things in front of you. Let's look for something that's rather plain and simple. Like if there's a white wall or a wall, or if there's some shadows that you can glimpse into, or anything that's not necessarily a super strong sensory experience, meaning not grabbing your attention. And just go ahead and face that direction. But instead of looking and kind of attenuating your focus in on that object, see if you can kind of relax your vision and try to take in more of the field of vision in front of you than just that. And kind of expand it out. Try and open up the aperture to take in as much of the visual field as you can. All the time, we're kind of relaxing into this, right? We're not trying to tense up and concentrate very hard. In fact, it's just the opposite. We're just kind of relaxing our tension and releasing that concentrated attention that normally would focus in front of us, and to open up that field of vision. And you can imagine it, the entire field of vision, all the way to the periphery. And sometimes, for me, it really helps to kind of work with the periphery of the vision, kind of the peripheral field, to where the edges turn to black. And it can kind of open up the whole field of vision in front of you. It's okay if just by nature your eyes constantly keep trying to grab something to focus on. This isn't a natural process. That's spent our whole life purposefully grabbing onto things, and this might not come too natural, but it's all right. You just do your best, open up the aperture, and check out the entire visual field as much as you can, all at once. Just relaxing into. As usual, if your mind starts to wander, thoughts come up, worrying about this or that, or you get a distraction trying to pull your attention, you just notice when it happens and gently return your attention back to that wide open field of vision. Not paying attention to anything in particular, just opening it up, trying to relax and surrender into the whole field of vision. Nice. Wherever you're at, we're going to now transition from the C out to the C in and apply the same principle. So if you're comfortable with it, I invite you to close your eyes at this time. And when we close our eyes, our vision might attempt to start looking for things to grab onto, things to focus on, things to place our attention on. But let's try and carry that momentum of that open aperture, allowing in the entire field of vision, even where previously there was a peripheral vision ended with our eyes closed. It's actually 360 all the way around. So we're in the C in space, but we've just been working on not focusing on any one particular visual experience when our eyes are closed, but just open to taking in all of that, which is coming and going within the inner visual field. And if there's nothing there, there's nothing there. It's just rest and peace. There may even be a little bit of visual guesswork involved in this eyes closed visual field. Can't tell if you're really open to it all or just parts are kind of floating around. It's all good. Our intention is to open to all of it. And if we haven't done it yet, we will be able to with practice and repetition. If a bunch of random images start coming into your visual field. We pay them no mind. We don't turn our attention towards them or even acknowledge him. We just maintain our open awareness, and it may come and go, try to grab our attention, but we give it no energy. Staying wide open. We're exploring the space, the inner space in which sensory experience arises and then returns back to nothing. Great job. Now, wherever you're at, we're going to wrap it up there. So I invite you to go ahead and open up your eyes. And looks like I turned a little bit to the side. It can happen. And hopefully you got a little bit of peaceful quality going on, some inner peace. If not, if you had some challenges come up, it's always an opportunity to strengthen your ability to maintain awareness of that which you want to maintain awareness of, in this case, the spaciousness, relative to those challenges that come up. So anytime you do that, you're strengthening your concentration by being able to concentrate on that which you deem relevant, regardless of what's coming up. And that also allows those things that come up to come and go in the background, which is building equanimity, which is a skill that really strengthens with this practice. So this is the beginning of the series. So this is C spaciousness, or C space, the space in which sensory experience arises. So hopefully you had a good meditation and got a little flavor of the spacious experience of our visual field, internal and external. And if you want, we're going to explore here spaciousness out and in as well on the next related video. All right. Have a good day. Aloha.